Master Coach Apostle Courtney McLean and Business Coach Zidane Sinister are powered up to share their expertise on the business end. But don't forget to tell a friend or a colleague, and of course have your tools on hand, your notebook and your pen. Classes are in session every Tuesday, 3:30 on Gospel JA for the business end. Master Coach Apostle Courtney McLean and Business Coach Zidane Sinister await you.
Welcome to the Business End. My name is Courtney McLean, pastor and founder of Worship and Faith International Fellowship. Also the CEO of Courtney McLean SMC Services, that's Speaking, Mentorship and Coaching Services. My co-host is Zidane Sinister. Yes, a man with approximately 20 years of experience in the financial industry. He's also, let me tell you some stuff about him. He has been in business for over 10 years. He has 4 businesses. Can you imagine that? And he has been doing business valuation also for over 10 years. He is a master coach. And today you're in for a treat. We have a wonderful woman of God, a businesswoman, and I hope you have your notebook and you're ready to go. Sir Zidane, I'm looking forward to this.
Yes, Apostle, we are looking forward to this, and I'm certain that our listeners are also looking forward to this. Today, we have in studio somebody who have contributed to Jamaica's development, because we know that distribution sector, Apostle, is one of the largest contributors to Jamaica GDP. And today we have one of the experts, the persons who have been doing it.
Yes.
We have in studio Lady Bobbianne Bennett Morris. She is the co-owner of the TBC Distributors Ltd. Yes, what, Apostle? She has over 18 years of business experience. Don't let her face fool you. She has the experience. And we are so delighted to have you, Lady Bobbianne. Now tell us.
Thank you very much, guys.
Yes, certainly. Now tell us, guys. Who is TBC Distributors Ltd? And who do you cater to with your target audience, and what do you distribute?
So TBC Distributors Ltd is a distribution company. We have over 26 home brands, and we also do 3PL, so third-party logistics, on behalf of some bigger distributors. For our home brands, we do particularly beauty and personal care products. So we sell those across all channels of distribution across the island. So that is from the small mom and pop shops all the way to the larger chain supermarkets and pharmacies. So those are our target customers.
What about, I know most businesses, carries a mission and a vision. What's the mission and vision of TBC?
So at our core, we strive towards excellence. Excellence really in all aspects of our business. So excellence in customer service, excellence in trade relations, excellence in down to the products that we carry. We don't necessarily always compete on price, but we definitely can say that in every single area that we play, we are the best quality with the best research and development behind the products that we carry. So that is really where we are as a company. What motivates us is excellence.
That's big, I mean, you don't compete on price. It's about quality.
Always. For us, it's a point of integrity to be able to say that whatever the brands that we carry, whatever their claims are, that they can back it up, because the research is there, the technology is there, all of the things are there for them to back up what it is that they claim. So that I'm not going to sell you something and say, tomorrow your hair is going to be long all the way down to the floor, if the product can't back it up.
So that research, do you share that research with your customers?
Definitely. A big part of how we do business is education. We believe that the only way for a brand to grow and to develop is to provide education. So we make sure that we educate the salon owners, the in-store people. We do education right across to ensure that when we put a product on the shelf, people can sell it because they know what it does, and people can use it because they know what it does. So that's really important to us.
All right, so you have achieved great level of success, and I'm excited because what that means is that you are helping to shift the landscape of Jamaicans. That's what that means. And I want persons to understand that success in business is not just for the business, it affects everyone. Now, what are the drivers that helps you to achieve that success? What would you say are the success drivers?
So there are lots of things that come into place when we look at what are the drivers to our success. So for us, we look at first, as I said, we start with the ground floor, the quality of the products that we carry in. And then the next thing is that's very important is our employees, our staff. Are they qualified to do the jobs that we have put them in place to do? Are they able to hold that position of excellence in the trade when they're dealing with their customers, when they're dealing with the end users? Are they able to give that excellence in customer service? So that those two are one of the things that we really focus on. Other drivers of our success, really, as this is Gospel JA, at the core of our family, which this is a family business, is our love for Jesus, and we really focus on faith. We care about not only our customers, but we definitely try to care about our staff, and they feel like it is a family, and so they put in that effort. So a lot of the times we're down there till late in the night, we're in early in the morning, we're working weekends sometimes, but they do it out of the fact that they know that we care about the customers, but also care about them. So that's important too.
So I'm hearing excellence, a commitment to quality service. I am hearing at the core that there's a genuine, I'm hearing training for the staff. So you ensure that those who are serving the people, that they are equipped to do so.
Definitely.
And I'm hearing that love and that sense of family. So it's not just about us coming and, I want my pound of flesh.
No, definitely not.
No.
Wow. No,
Wow.
definitely not. That's definitely, that has never been the way that we have done business ever. It's always been thinking about the needs of our staff, thinking about the needs of the end user. I mean, even throughout COVID, all of the leadership, we gave up our salaries to ensure that we could continue to pay our staff.
I'm going to part away.
No, we did. We gave up our salaries for I think it was 3 months that we had to be closed, and we were not doing any business at all, to ensure that they were still able to survive. So those are the kind of things that we definitely have done, because we do actually care about the people that they are our family, the people that are employed to us. So
I hope the business owners are taking note. This is big.
That is mega. That's mega, Apostle. In fact, I've heard, and she's living testimony to this, that your greatest resource in business is not financial resource, Apostle.
It's always you people.
Is human resource. That's mighty. That's big.
That's
big.
No, and it's always you
That's
people.
big. So, but help us. You mentioned about COVID, and that's one of the major in our recent history, one of our major struggles that distribution industry went through.
Yeah.
What are some of the other pitfalls and struggles that you would have incurred in the distribution industry, and how did you weather that storm?
I mean, COVID was a big one for us. We definitely had to try and figure out new lines of business in order for us to survive. We do work closely with other distributors around the Caribbean, and I can tell you that a lot of the people who were in business with me 5 and 10 years ago in other islands, they're not in business anymore, because beauty was definitely very difficult during COVID. As beauty and personal care as an industry, people weren't going anywhere, and if you're not going anywhere, you don't care if you have on lipstick, you don't care if your hair is done. Like, none of those things matter to you. And so during COVID, what we had to do really was to look at a way to have new lines of business for us to continue. So that's when we started doing third-party logistics. So what we started to do was to co-distribute on behalf of bigger companies OTC pharmaceutical goods, because during COVID you definitely cared if you got sick, and so you were definitely making sure you were spending money on medication. And that was what caused us to be able to survive and thrive. We came out of COVID a lot stronger because of the decisions that we made. And so just the ability to be flexible in a crisis is really important for distributors. And if you're not able to be flexible in a crisis, you definitely won't have longevity in business as a distributor.
Apostle, I know she glossed over that, but that's a big point. In distribution business, she encountered a struggle and she pivoted to where the needs are. I wonder which business owner right now is experiencing a struggle, a mountain, and if they only tap into the pulse of the economy and pivot flexibly enough to see where you ought to go. Imagine, Apostle, years ago you had cassettes, DVDs. I wonder if that company did not pivot to streaming, would they be in existence now? That is the principle.
That's powerful.
That's powerful.
That's powerful. And with every challenge, it presents us with opportunities. Opportunities to grow, opportunity to climb, to rebrand, to recreate, and to just come up with something fresh. And that's what you did. Fresh ideas. We're proud of you. You know?
Thank you very much.
Now, what are some of the highlights, some of the big wins that you would have experienced in terms of business?
All right, so maybe 5 or 10 years ago, 10 years ago probably, we were having a lot of difficulty with one of our bigger companies that we do business on behalf of in Jamaica, L'Oreal. So a big part of the challenge is that when they look at Jamaica, they say it's 3 million people and this percentage of them is women, so that means our sales supposed to be this amount of dollars every month. And how they were setting those targets were very unrealistic. And it got to a point really where as a management we were battling on whether or not to keep those brands. And I really went to bat for it because I knew that L'Oreal is a market leader in beauty, and if it is that we do not have them on board as a company, then there is no way that we would be able to continue to say that we're the best beauty distributor in the island. And so what we did is that we really just dug deep. We really fought. We ensured that we were able to make those targets year over year. Some of the times really we made those targets by the skin of our teeth, but we made them. And then after COVID, during COVID, those sales fell off of a cliff completely because, as I said, nobody was doing anything. And last year when we looked at the numbers, we saw that we had rebounded from COVID. We were not where we should be yet, but we definitely had rebounded. This year we had distributors conference for L'Oreal, and I went, and I was not expecting any big plaudits for Jamaica, honestly. So, I went very humble and not expecting much, and turns out they gave us the award for best distributor for Mizani for the Caribbean. So we had surpassed, we grew the sales 100% over the previous year. And I saw the numbers, but I definitely wasn't expecting that we would have been in a better position than other countries that maybe opened up earlier than we did. All of those things, I definitely didn't expect it. So, boy, I was so surprised, humbled, just shocked, just grateful to God, because honestly, that was a big win for us.
What do you believe caused that? What contributed to you going over by 100%? When you reflect, what contributed to that?
Boy, I really have to give it to my staff, honestly. I have to give it to my staff. They really, they fought for those sales in the streets. They went into those salons, they spoke to them about the products. They made sure that the products were on the shelves where they needed to be seen and to be purchased by the customers. They really did fight. And so I give all of the praises for the good work back to my staff, the same staff that I tell you that we really...
That you fought for.
We always fight.
Then they fight for you after.
Yeah.
You mentioned that you won an award. That sets you apart from the rest of your competitors. Certainly, does it?
Yeah, it definitely does. It sets us apart in the Caribbean, definitely, as stand out as a distributor across the Caribbean, and definitely then in Jamaica also.
What accounts for that difference between you and your competitors?
There is a lot of things that we do different from our competitors. Besides the staff, we do spend a lot on our technology that we have behind the scenes. So in terms of the enterprise level software that we use to keep all of the trains running in terms of distribution, because that's exceptionally important in distribution, to have like a good software that can manage where your products are in the warehouse, where they are on the road, that kind of thing. Also the technology that we use, we built an app for our staff that they use to take orders when they're on the road, so that they can see in real time what's available in the warehouse, what's not available, so it allows them to be flexible when they're doing their ordering. Okay, we don't have this in stock, so this is the substitute, take this instead. So those are the kind of things that we do that set us apart from our competitors in trade.
I'm hearing systemize to optimize.
But listeners, if you are interested into speaking with us today, you can call in at 876-754-3694 or 876-908-0936. We are here also on WhatsApp, 876-546-2412, ready to take your call. Given that you're an expert in the field, Lady Bobbian, if you had an ability to change anything within the industry, what would it be and why?
So currently only 1% of the brands that we carry are locally produced. Majority of the things that we carry are produced in the States or all over the world that we import to Jamaica. Problem that we have with that and the challenge is that once something is here and it does well here, women here like it gets discontinued because maybe it didn't do well in the US market, maybe it didn't do well across global, and so therefore, even though it's doing well in Jamaica. So that presents a challenge because, women like continuity. If this is your favorite lipstick, then you want to just continue to wear your favorite lipstick. You don't want to have to change. That's your favorite shampoo, you know what I mean? So for us, what we would love to see is more locally created beauty products and personal care products that would meet the needs of, because in that way we know that we would have continuity of the distribution of those products because they're made here, and it also helps to encourage more business, build our economy. All of those things come out of locally manufactured products. So that is one thing that we would definitely love to see change going on to the future for us.
Yeah. I mean, that's surprising. 1%?
Yeah, 1%.
Less, or about
1% exactly, actually, because I ran the numbers today of the brands that we carry. 1%.
All right. Why is it that we are not producing more as a people? I'm not sure if you're able to answer that.
Boy, I don't know, because we have, so one of the brands that is that we produce that is local, Sunny Isle Castor Oil. So the owner is Jamaican. The castor beans are harvested right out in Clarendon. It's bottled in the States, but they send it back to Jamaica. And the reason that they bottle it in the States has a lot to do with cost of manufacturing locally. So that could be one of the challenges.
Manufacturing cost in Jamaica is high.
Yeah, man, it is.
That's something that we'll explore another time.
Yeah.
That's something that we'll explore another time.
But just before we move on, though, I think Lady Bobbian is making the case that if we were able to ramp up local production of some of these products, then local distributors can actually invest in them and export, and that export can drive up our foreign exchange earnings and boost the overall economy. So she's actually making a case for exports.
Definitely.
The Prime Minister should be checking you out right now. He should be looking for you right now. All right, so I observed that your business is a family business. Was the business started by your parents?
It was started by my parents.
I know you are the main face of the business.
Yes, currently.
Right.
Yeah.
And so that sounds like succession planning to me.
Yes.
How important is succession planning in the landscape of business?
I mean, it is extremely important. It wouldn't make any sense for you to build something. This is now almost 20 years, and for it to go by the wayside for the next generation. So it's very important to us. Currently, what we have in place is like a strong corporate governance framework. So we do have a board of directors, and we have all of the things on that we need for corporate governance. We do external audits, all of those things. Looking to the future, definitely, we do know that we need to have a succession plan in place. Currently, I only have the 2 children and they're very small, 5 and 3. So, but looking definitely towards having a plan for the future for the company and what that would look like.
I think Zidian had said he wanted to be adopted.
Certainly. Inside that business. But succession planning.
Mm-hmm.
But where do you see yourself in the next 5 to 10 years?
So a big focus for us as a company for the next, really shorter than the 5 years, so the next 2 to 3 years, is really to capture the digital space and just really take control of that. A lot of distributors don't do much in the digital space at all. When you look at their Instagram pages, kind of lackluster, nothing is happening. Even if you look at ours right now, to be honest with you, kind of lackluster, because that's not where we put our emphasis as distribution companies. The things that you measure yourself by as a distribution company: how many doors are you in and how many feet on a shelf, like that the products actually take up. Those are the things that are your key KPIs. Going forward though, we see an opportunity to really take advantage of digital, because the next generation, that is where they are looking, that's where they are spending their time, is in the digital space, and that's where we need to be as a distributor to capture our customers. So that is even in as much as we want to ensure that we are doing the e-commerce, definitely having the integrated e-commerce between the social media across all the platforms, so that way you're on Instagram and you can click and buy right there on Instagram and know that the product will get to you on the shelf in a short time. So those are the things that we really are looking at for the next very short run, 2 to 3 years max.
Wow. All right. I see where we have a little time, Zidian, where we can. I want us to push and help persons by just giving them the nuggets on how to start, how to grow, how to take it to the next level. But before we do that, where and how can persons get in touch with you?
So you can definitely reach out to us across all our socials. We're on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, all of the places at The Beauty Concept JA. And when you reach out to us on our website, on the contact us page, and then you reach out to us through social media, all of those, they go to customer service, but they also come to my desk, so you'll definitely get directly to me, because I always want to make sure that we are responding in short order to all of the needs and requests of the customers.
So all of them come to your
desk?
They
come to my desk always. Or
Respect
to my phone.
Due. Want to remind you that you can get in touch with us at 876-754-3694. That's 876-754-3694 or 876-908-0936. Or send us a WhatsApp. Am I right? Yeah. At 876-546-2412. 2412. Now, this is a segment where we normally give the gems, but I want us to take it from the perspective of, I have an idea, I want to go into business. What do I do?
Okay, so if you have an idea and you want to get into business, first you must research that business idea, research your market. Lady Bobby Ann did research her business idea. She continued to do research to get the pulse, the customer behavior patterns. How is the economy responding to that business? In effect, what you're doing is doing a feasibility study. Once you've done that feasibility study and everything checks out, then you need to start thinking about, how do I implement some of these strategies in order to get my goods, my services to my particular customer or clients. When you do that, then you have your marketing and your strategy plan to roll out your effective business or your business idea. After doing that, then you need to start thinking about, what is the cost of doing all of that? What is the potential money that I'm going to make? So you do a financial analysis. When you do a financial analysis, you would know where the shortfalls are. When you get that shortfalls, or how much money you can make, then you decide, how do I fund it? Do I fund it from friends and family? Do I fund it from a debt? Do I fund it from capital, from my savings? After you fund your business, you decide to roll out with that implementation of that plan. You do what is called a proof of concept. When you prove that concept, and you then roll out the strategies from stage 1 to stage 3 to where you end up being a mega business person like Lady Bobby Ann. Now, if you did not hear, you can follow us on our YouTube and our IG. You can rewatch the episode at the Business End Show, and you can get some of the gems that she has said. You can get some of the gems that Apostle have imparted, and myself, Zedine Simister. But we're about to go. Apostle, do you have anything to share with your listeners?
I mean, I'm just really impressed when you mentioned that during COVID took a pay cut to take care of the people. I know those same persons are taking care of the business. That's big. That's one of my biggest gems.
That is extremely big. So, this has been the Business End, and until next episode, continue to be your increasing best. Thank you.
Master Coach Apostle Courtney McLean and Business Coach Zedane Simister are powered up to share their expertise on the business end. But don't forget to tell a friend or a colleague, and of course have your tools on hand, your notebook and your pen. Classes are in session every Tuesday, 3:30 on Gospel JA for the business end. Master Coach Apostle Courtney McLean and Business Coach Zedane Simister await you.